Hey everybody, how are we doing? I'm back, and just a quick little update for everybody. We have a little announcement for the Raid Digest. They're doing this about once a week or once every 2 weeks, just kind of give us a heads up on what's coming in the patch. They understand certain issues that are happening in the game and how they're going to fix them. And honestly, it's pretty great. It's good that they stay in touch with the community. So without further ado, let's just kind of I'll pull it onto screen here from my clan. As you can see, I'm running a potion keep for some reason. Let me make sure. Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't have auto refill running and I spend like 2 or 3,000 gems while I'm reading. Ta 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 ta. Okay, so they clarify how Mighty Uko's passive works with Totem Warden. For each buff placed on the enemy team, he has a 50% chance for each of those buffs to steal them and then protect them. He will need accuracy to go against the resistance, but if you have Uko and you're using him right, you're building him with accuracy so you can use him on Hydra and in Arena because he can put block buffs and decrease accuracy, which is chef's kiss. He is, I would argue he's a step up barely from Ugo, which is kind of weird because he's Uko and she's Ugo. Um, on the fact that he just doesn't bring decreased defense, but he does bring decreased attack. She has a cleanse. He has a full team revive with, you know, uh, unkillable essentially. Block damage is what they get, and he gives increased speed to everybody, which is great. And Uko has the cleanse, like I said, but then she has a full team revive on that cleanse if she's the only one alive. Um, but yeah, anyways, Uko, I hope you got him. He was great. He was worth it, and let's just keep going on. I got lucky, and his soul essence popped up in the shop, and I bought it and put boom brimstone right on the bad boy because that's the best one for Hydra and boss content. So, and I will be using him in the Dreadhorn, cause fuck Bommel. Bug fixes. Da, 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 da. Reports about the Iron Twins, how the Magic Divinity boss is not like the rest, seems to be a bit harder. They are going to address that in the upcoming updates. They are also aware of Iron Brand debuff not working as intended. So the thing is, you can resist the Iron Brand debuff, but with the bug, you can't resist continuous stacks being placed once you have it, and you're supposed to be able to do that. So, like, let's say my Duchess has 800 resistance, and the 3% chance happens, and she gets like 10 Iron Brand debuffs. Now she will guaranteed get every Iron Brand debuff that he tries to place. It's not supposed to be that way, and they are addressing that. So good on them. Pa 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 pa. It's my sound I make in between. Um, and if anybody like myself have been experiencing the freezing and glitching that's been going on in Tag Team Arena running on auto, it will finish itself most of the time, but it just takes forever. They're going to fix that with the next patch. And Astronix, they have found that there's a little bit of issues running into your champions when they're stolen by Astronix because if you have the awakenings that increase your aura and decrease the enemy's aura, that legendary one, uh, if they get it, they end up going first. So they're going to fix that because it's not supposed to happen that way. So they're going to fix that here in the next patch at 6.1. The self-sacrifice skills with Renegade, who is an example, trigger the activation of the Phantom Touch blessing. This is a bug, and the fix will be coming in the next patch. Next week, we'll find out more about the other bug fixes and features that will appear in the game soon, so they say stay tuned. Uh, Iron Twin boss and affinity reset. Several players reported that the following issue in the Iron Twins during reset. When the affinity changes, the battle with the Iron Twins gets interrupted. Indeed, when the affinities change takes place, the result of the battle won't be saved. You won't receive a reward, won't get the energy back, however, you won't lose the fortress key. To avoid the loss of energy, try not to start any battles against the Iron Twins if you are not sure that you'll be able to finish before the reset. It's just common knowledge. Just do it that way. Um, I know clan boss is different when it resets because you can start a clan boss fight early. Well, not okay. I'm sorry. I need to restate that. Um, when your dailies reset, you can start a clan boss key early, like 10 minutes early, and then get to like the one advanced quest says survive 20 turns, and or have a rare champion on your team for clan boss. Those will proc as long as when everything resets for your dailies, you are in process of doing that. It doesn't reset, the boss itself doesn't reset. So you see what I'm saying? The instance itself isn't resetting, just your dailies are resetting. Um, and everybody, please get two-factor authentication. Uh, there have been some issues with certain types of email accounts, namely Hotmail, Yahoo, and all that. They're fixing that. Um, when you did your two-factor authentication, you should have got backup codes. I know I myself did, and use those in the meantime to try and get yourself back into your game on Plarium Play. And that is it, it seems, for all these update. We will have a CVC tournament starting next Tuesday, and yes, it will have personal rewards. So sharpen your credit cards. It's happening. It's happening. And Brew Maiden is the new code, so you can get a couple brews just for shits and giggles. Don't shake a stick at anything that's free, I guess, at this point. But that is going to be it for the update, everybody. As soon as this runs over, I do want to go over the hero's path and kind of just give you a little heads up on like what my plan is and maybe what your plan could be too. There's some rewards in there that you're like, okay, I do kind of want this, but it we did the math with my clan, and it seems that if you just spend $50 on the hero path points that they give out, you can buy $50 worth, and it will get you almost to that final reward of that eternal soul. It's not eternal. What is it called? It's right here. Yeah, this thing. Yeah, the eternal soul stone. So let's just take a look at here at the hero's path. So if you spend $50 on those things, you come down here, get the key, then come down this way. I would recommend this one. Actually, boy, that's a tough one, isn't it? Oh man. Yeah, I'd recommend coming down here and then coming down here. Yeah, the right side seems to be the better side. But if you come down here and then come down here, you'll get right to about here, and then you'll need a couple more points, which you can get with opening up 3 sacred shards because they give the most points. Do I recommend this? No. I'm just doing a little champion training because I just wanted these 3 here, and I'm considering coming down here and grabbing this guy or even grabbing this guy. I might just come down here, get the key, and then just get these. I don't know if I'm feeling ambitious because I do have a little bit of food. The next fusion is going to be coming in a couple weeks anyways, so I don't know if you should be too overzealous about this. As you see, I have 13 sacred shards, and I'm waiting to get 2 more from Clan Boss because, guaranteed sacred champion's definitely coming up here in a month or 2. But yeah, I wouldn't just full keel haul into this shit. I mean, pick up what you can by doing daily activities. You can get 50 gems from this. You can get some core hammers, get some of these little nugget dumb things. If you're feeling ambitious, get down here and grab a Lego book or 2. To do the whole thing is a decent chunk of money. If you think about if they're offering $50 gets you about here or here on one side, so that could be another $50 on this side. And then you're thinking, well, it's probably another $50 here, so it's like a $150 event maybe, optimistically. But I don't know. I wouldn't waste so much of it. And we also have this artifact enhancement event going on. Personally, if you can afford it, get the Immortal Soul Stone and try to get the Immortal Soul Essence just to hold on to. Because as you know, twice a day, our Soul Merchant down here switches and you're able to pick up some Soul Stones. Let me just show you who I all have with their Soul Stones right now. Look at this guy. I can't wait. His masteries are done. Everything's done. I think my guy looks pretty solid here. Pretty decent accuracy, especially for Hydra. He can even work on Iron Twin to give the decreased accuracy and the decreased attack and the revive with the increased speed. What can't he do? I love this man. And he's got good speed, good defense, decent, not great, but okay HP. What do I have here? This isn't crit damage, is it? No, it's HP. Accuracy. Yeah. I love him. I love Big Pig. I love Big Pig. It's cool that we have a I mean, we had Butcher before for the pigskin walker, but now we got like a boar, like a wild boy. And then obviously you're gonna put this thing on him. He has an AoE A1, gives decreased attack 50%. Even by itself, without booking out this to 75% chance, he's great here. This attacks all enemies 2 times, books up to 100% chance of removing 2 random buffs from them, and then gives them block buffs and decreased accuracy for 2 turns against targets that have no buffs after he attacks. That's pretty great. I love this dude. And then he has this Revive Dead Allies that books to a 4 turn. This also books to, or this just stays a 4 turn. So that's another thing to keep in mind because Ugo, hers is a 3 turn cooldown on that. So you might need to make Ugo just a little faster than you usually would for your Ugo. As you can see, she's just right. Maybe a little bit less accuracy. I need to give her a little bit more for Nightmare. As you can see, I have all refresh gear on her, and she's in speed and perception. But yeah, this right here, Maelstrom Rack, it only is on a, it's 3 turn cooldown. But love it, love it. And then he does have this passive, 50% chance of stealing a random buff from an enemy each time they receive a buff. Any stolen buffs become protected. So we found out today that it does not work with Stone Skin, Immunity. I don't know if it will work with Krisk's shield that he gives up for the passive or not, but we'll see. Let me just let me get out of here. Burp. Yeah, but these are just the guys. As you can see, a common theme here is Brimstone, 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 Brimstone. I had a Robar one I popped, and I just threw it on him, and I gave him Reaper or Life Harvest. And I have my 3-star, I keep saying Dracomorph, Ramanatu. He's got Temporal Change, decreases enemy speed by 3% for each active buff on them. That's pretty good. I put it also on my Tormin. And on my Fast Kymar, we have Intimidating Presence, strengthens our aura and weakens their aura. And on Ray, I really didn't know what to give her since I know she's doing an A1 a lot. I just ended up giving her Cruelty, but I think I'm gonna switch this. And let's see. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do Soul Reap. Alright, this is the one. A Reaper will ignore the defense. They have to hit 4%. Yeah, we'll just switch. I'm gonna do that to Robar too. That's actually a stupid fucking thing to put on him. Yeah, we'll change this blessing to Soul Reap. Yeah. And Tatura. I have Tatura maxed and like ready to go for essentially Hydra, but I don't really use at all. I don't use Tatura at all, but it's a solid champ. But Brimstone. Let's see. Let's look at my epics for Awakenings here. I have quite a few. So I just want to say something. I sacrificed a 5-star Kyoku soul. I don't have Kyoku. I don't expect to get one anytime soon. My luck, I'm going to end up getting one soon, and I'm going to kick myself in the pants. I'd only really use her, I think, in Arena or even in Hydra, but even maybe not in Hydra because I already have my teams for Hydra. I have my champs specialized for Hydra. So what I do, all right, I want you to look at Demitha here. She's 5-star for a reason. I had it in my soul collection, and I said, all right, I'm going to sell it. It gave me enough of the Eternal Soul coins. And I went down to the Mystic Market and I bought the Eternal Soul Stone. Woo, yeah! We have a really good, decent chance of getting an epic 5-star. So I essentially traded in a legendary 5-star of a legendary I didn't have. And I ended up getting a 5-star epic, which is a good chance I'm going to have because I have almost every epic in the game. And I did get the Demitha. And I ended up giving her Cruelty. And this is just for Clan Boss. I don't even have her. She's set up to go on Clan Boss. I have to finish Masteries for this Clan Boss setup. I have Fushan. I have Turvold, who I'm going to book out this next CVC. And I'll book out Uko the next CVC. And we'll see how it goes. But I essentially traded a legendary for an epic. but it was a legendary I didn't have and an epic I had. So, I mean, it's about a horse apiece. I just got a Skimfos. I didn't want to sell it because I actually used him in a tournament and he was very good, so I'm just gave him Cruelty. A Chak, I use him. Uh, not really much anymore, but whenever the specialty tournaments come up, like Demon Spawn or that, that Pact, I always end up putting him in there. Sinesh I put in because she helps my Night Revenants go faster. I use Eurogrim in dungeons. Love Eurogrim, so I end up putting him in Commanding Presence. And Shamael, got this. I don't even use him anymore for Hydra or Astronix. I have my own farming team for Astronix. Sylar, kept her because I use her in Faction Wars, so this helps me clear Faction Wars a little faster because she has all AoEs. And got my boy Mazo here, gave him Chainbreaker. Got Husk here, gave him Cruelty. And Taragi, I gave him a rare one because I didn't know what else to do with him. Just gives him damage reduction, so it just makes him tankier. Magnar, I gave him Cruelty. If I ever get him up to like a 6-star, I will definitely be switching him over to the Chaos one that just ignores it. I got lucky. I saw Seer on there with Crushing Rend, and boom, I bought it. So here's a little tip I want to give out. If you get a Seer 1-star, don't sell it unless you already have your Seer done with their Awakening, but you're going to want Crushing Rend. All right? Now you're gonna have start having good chances of seeing the imperfect 2-star. Since I have a 1-star, I'm gonna start seeing randomly an imperfect 2-star Seer, Soul, and the Soul Merchant. Buy it, all right. And this is gonna be your easiest way to try and get your Seer maxed to get her down to this godly thing here, where it's every hit will ignore a percentage of the target's defense. Will ignore 1% defense for every 10 levels. This is crazy. One of the content creators for Hell Hades already has a 6-star Seer. He got lucky on that, and she just rips right through him. Ignores all the defense. Does not care. It's bananas. I have a 1-star Maneater. This is the clan boss team I usually run. I run Bat Eater. We got Geomancer. I gave him Cruelty. My Dark Kale, I gave Cruelty. I gave Commanding Presence for Archmage. Allure has Cruelty. And I said screw it, and I kept my High Katoon one, even though I don't use her, and gave her Cruelty. As you can see, there's a common theme here. There's a couple blessings that really are just going to be used everywhere. Yeah, I think that's it. Do your dailies. Make sure you're doing your clan quest. Have a good time. Save up your resources. Don't really blow it all on this Heroes Path thing. I'm getting a little bit of the twitch, a little bit of the greed inside me. I'm like, oh, I can use my voids. I can use my voids. But we got 2 times voids coming up, so don't waste them. It's going to be it's going to be next weekend. So, all right, everybody. Peace out. I'll see you next time. I hope you enjoyed the preview of the video I put out yesterday. It's just me doing a reading of this very great book called A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms by George R. R. Martin. My brother Matt and one of our good friends Zach, I'm thinking about typing this up into a script and just having us read the book and then having us act out the parts, and just voice act and see how it goes. Might have a little pixel art in there. It's going to be kind of fun. So stay tuned, everybody. Love ya. Bye.